So today we're in Manchester and we're outside the ITV studios where they film Coronation Street. And as I'm looking around there, we can see the set over the wall. The blue building, that's the police station. And we're on the busy main road just in front of the set, where every day all the stars come down and they turn into the Coronation Street studio. Now last year that's where you used to go in to look at the tour, but I've been told this year there's a brand new entrance just further up the road, which we'll go have a look at in a minute, and that's only recently opened yesterday. And there's a shop in there and a cafe where you can get plenty of refreshments before you go on the tour. A nice sign there showing Coronation Street, and as I said to you before, that's where you went in to get to the tour when we came here last year. I should imagine in the week, if you stood here, you'd see quite a lot of the stars actually turning in there, because that's the only entrance they've got to come. So I'd imagine you would get people gathering there to catch a glimpse of the stars. That's the main sets where all the indoor houses are, and also they do use that as the hospital. So directly there now in front of us is where they make the hospital. So we're walking up now into the actual set itself. Top of this road, pretty cool. Police station. Some famous vans there. The yellow van here, built as well. We can go inside and have a look. The gates there are where you see all the police vehicles going in and out. Apparently the building at the side and over the police station, they use that as hotel scene. They've got a hotel scene up there, so the guides just told me. The blue doors now directly in front of us, they were originally painted red, and due to COVID and they couldn't film off set, they used that as the courthouse when they've got court scenes. So all as they did is painted the doors red and turned it into the courthouse. Apparently the street directly in front of us now is where Seb got murdered. They changed the set and the scene so it looked like it wasn't there, and that's where that happened. So as you can see, the police station is quite a big building. So we've left the police station and we're heading now towards the new precinct. Again, the car was walked by the shop. Cobble streets. Got a bit of graffiti on the walls. We've got a few shops here. The Co-op, the EE shop. Again, I don't really see this very often in the show, but they do use it occasionally. We're looking at the tram stop. That's been featured quite a few times. There's a snooker hall there. We're having another look at the EE shop. Gardens. You see that featured quite a lot on Coronation Street. When anybody needs to go and think or just chill out, you tend to see the stars in there. We're looking at Speed Dial in the middle of the picture, and the building where the stairs and the fire escape were is where Sarah lived. Let's have another look into the gardens. Again, that seat's quite famous. We've seen plenty of the Coronation Street stars sitting on both of them seats, talking, being happy, being sad. So again, Speed Dial, Alia's restaurant. That's the restaurant where you go in and you sort of walk downstairs into the restaurant area. Featured a lot on the series. Tram stop, EE shop, Co-op. And again, the famous gardens. Snooker hall. Very rarely use that. I think Peter Barlow used to own that. I may be wrong. If I am, let me know in the comments. Another good look at the Shuttleworths, the funeral directors. That's shown many and many a time now in the series. And that, as you can see, is next door to the gardens and right by all the shops. We're having a look in the tram station now. Unfortunately, I did try the doors, but I couldn't get in there. There's the timetable for the trams. Again, we've seen the stars looking at that. Funeral directors. A look in the window of Shuttleworths. funeral directors. And his famous sign, many a star stood by that or walked the hairdressers. A Trim up north, very famous place, owned by David Platt. So he cuts hair in there, and he's got Maria working with him there as well. Shown many a time on the programme. And there's another very famous place, Victoria Court, the flats, the posh flats where Leanne lives. And apparently there, a few years ago, they did have a fire, and they set some of the balconies on fire. Now this is Seb's memorial garden, and it was made specially for Seb when he was tragically killed. I think that was about there's Victoria Court inside through the door. Let's have a little look in Seb's memorial garden. Let's see if we can walk in there and have a little look around. So Nina planned and helped to sort this out for Seb as a memorial to his life. So there's his memorial garden. And apparently that's by some new flats, which again they don't show very often on Coronation Street, but they probably will in the future. Somebody sitting there having the photo taken on the famous seats. Victoria Court, Trim up north, Builder's Yard. Let's have a look through the gate. He's got tools in there, materials, his name, and I think in a second, if we have a look through the fence, we'll see the famous stairs that the actors go up there to the office at the Builder's Yard. Ed's Builder's Yard again. Again, that's not as big as I actually thought. Let's take a look in the community centre. The door is open. Let's see what we can see inside. So there's your community centre. You've got chairs, you've got things on the wall, toys. Roy's Rolls again. Very famous actor Roy is. He's been in the series for a good while, and now, as I said before, he's got Nina living there with him. I did try have a look if I could see in the cafe, but unfortunately the door was locked, and I did look through the letterbox and I couldn't see anything through the letterbox. So whether it is as you go through that door like it normally would be in the cafe, or whether the cafe's in a set, I don't know. Streetcars. I wonder if Steve McDonald's at work today. Taxis, two there, a blue one and a silver one. I've no idea whose them taxis are. If you know, let me know in the comments. The brewery. Now, apparently last year they held the Christmas markets down there. And from what I can gather, down that area is where Stephen killed Leo. We've got Prime Donna, owned by Dev, managed by Chesney. Many a scene in there where people are going in and buying doner kebabs and chips and pizza. I'm quite hungry myself actually. I think the door might be open, so in a second I might go in and see if there's any doner meat and chips or pizza for sale, or even a burger. Preston's Petals, Tracy's business, Tracy Barlow. She has Mary working for her. You see the van outside there many a time. Street cars again. Again, I wonder if them cars are taxed and insured and can go on the road properly. If anybody knows that, let me know in the comments. Seen Steve McDonald many a time going in there. Eileen as well, because she works in there on the switch. The famous streetcars sign. The streetcar's telephone number on top of all the cars. Pizza shop, Preston's Petals. All the cars have got number plates on. I wonder if that phone number is a real phone number. Again, let me know in the comments. Possibly just a set phone number. The corner. Let's have a look in Preston's Petals and Tracy's shop. All the flowers, all the arrangements, all the bows. Seen Mary there many a time, seen Tracy there. Famous Rovers return. Probably one of the most famous pubs on television. It's been there for a long, long time. And we've got the scaffolding there at Ken's. That's been up a while now because Steve won't pay for the roof to be fixed. Phone box by Audrey's hairdressers. So that blue door there is where the vicar, Billy, lives. Daryl's looking in Preston Petals. It's closed unfortunately today, so no flowers. Tracy must be having a day off. Very famous sign again. Many people, many actors stood by that sign. And we're looking down the road there now. The Rovers is on the right, and to the left, just before you get to the viaduct, you've got the medical centre and the chip shop, Audrey. So as I was saying to you, you've got the medical centre there. So many of the actors go in there for get medical attention. It looks different when you're actually there than when you see it on set. You've got the pharmacy, and at the bottom of the road there we've got the fish and chip shop, and I believe again that's owned by Dev. That's one of his businesses. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. So we're coming from the chip shop and from the medical centre now. And we can see across the road Audrey's, the Rovers. Through that alleyway there is the Ginnel, which we'll have a look at in a second. But first let's have a walk under the viaduct and have a look what shops we've got down here. Now this section, I can't really remember seeing this much on Coronation Street, so whether it's a section they don't use a great deal. And this is the back of the Rovers. let's have a quick look down the ginnel and see what we can see down the ginnel. Many people have been beat up or something's happened to them down there. Nice graffiti on the wall. Just to the right is the garden at the back of the Rovers, which I'll show you in a minute. And the famous back entry of the Coronation Street houses. Unfortunately, due to it being an active film set, it's fenced off both ends and you can't go down there. Shame really, because I would have loved to go down there and have a look over the gates into the backyard of the Coronation Street houses. So we're coming out of the ginnel now. I don't know whose gates them are. Let me know in comments if you know. Through the little alleyway and back onto the street at the side of the Rovers. Looking at the medical centre again. They've got a grit box there. I don't know why they've got that, because the road's pretty flat. I wouldn't have thought you'd have needed much grit there. Audrey's again. And in front of Audrey's, you've got the famous seat. Many of the stars have been sitting down on that seat, which hopefully I'll show you in a second. Let's go see if Audrey's open. She's not, she's closed. And there's the seat I was on about. Many a time the stars have sat on that seat. Amazing. Daryl's taking a picture of it, and I think in a minute he will sit down on the seat. I sat down on it when I was last here. I remember Maria and Gary, they used to live there, but they have moved out now. Rovers return. So we've had some quite famous people on Coronation Street and the Rovers return. Annie Walker, 1970 to 1984. Bet Lynch, 1985, 87, 92 and 95. Bet and Alec Gilroy, 87 to 92. Jack and Vera Duckworth, 95 to 97. Natalie Barnes, 98 to 2000. Mike Baldwin, Fred Elliott, 2000 to 2001. Liz and Steve McDonald, 2006. Steve McDonald took it over on his own in 2011. Peter Barlow and Toya in 2017. And Jenny Connor, who currently owns it now, took it in 2018. And there's the very famous tables at the back of the Rovers return, where they go smoking and talking and chatting. So we're looking at number 1 Coronation Street now, and at the moment we've got Ken Barlow living there, Daisy, Daniel and Tracy. But in the past we've had some very famous people in there. Albert Tatlock, he was living there for a while. We've got Deirdre, Peter Barlow. So loads and loads of famous people have lived at number 1. So we're now at number 3 Coronation Street, where Ed and Aggie live, and they've just had the house done up. Previously, we've had some very famous people living in there, such as Emily Bishop, Norris Cole, Spider Nugget. So it's been a place where a lot of famous people have actually lived in the past, and now it's Aggie House. So we're now outside number 5 Coronation Street, and that's owned now by Chesney and Gemma and the children. We've had some famous people again staying in there. Ashley Peacock has lived there as well, and the Battersby family used to live there. Les used to live there. So we're outside number 7, and Dev Allahan lives in there now with the kids. Previous to that, we had people like Rita Fairclough living in there. So again, quite a few famous people. So a very, very famous house now. Fizz and Tyrone live here, and Tyrone had it given to him by the Duckworths, Jack and Vera, and Jack and Vera had it stone cladded, so it looks unique on the street. So we've got outside Eileen's house now. So Eileen lives here with all the family and the lodgers, and previously we had Ivy Tilsley, Elsie Tanner and people like that living there. So we're outside the last house now before we get to Dev's shop, and at the moment we've got Kevin Webster, Abby and Jack living there. In the past we have had big names like Terry Duckworth living there as well. So again, quite a popular house. So we're back to Dev's again at the corner, and his corner shop. And he's got his window with all his fruit and veg, and he's got his flowers for sale outside. And we've got the very famous post box on the corner. So we're looking at David Platt's house there, and Gail lives there as well with Shona and the 2 kids. We've got Underworld coming there now, and we're back to Alia's house. We're taking a look now at the garden of David Platt's, and we can see Webster's Autos there as well. Sally's house. That's her new front door, which she had on a while ago and she kept on about it. Darryl at Sally's front door. Sally's front garden. We're at Underworld, looking at the Underworld factory, and at the left we've got Webster's, and we can see the famous seats where Kevin and Tyrone always sit when they're having a cup of tea. The balcony of Underworld. Webster's Auto Centre again. And we've got number 10A there, which is where Rita Sullivan lives. Webster's got his batteries there. We're now looking in his garage at his Vice, his battery charger, all his pots and cans, his workbenches. He's got a bumper there for some car, some alloy wheels, his bin, his air compressor, and you can see the office where they got them steps into the office. The filming people have obviously left some kind of lighting in the garage. His toolbox where his spanners and wrenches and everything like that are kept. We're looking across the road now at Coronation Street, the stone cladded one. That's Tyrone and Fizzy's house. Used to be Jack Duckworth and Vera Duckworth's house. Gail Platt and David Platt's front garden again. Spring flowers. They're about 6 weeks ahead on filming, so all the flowers and things like that now are for the spring. And in the cabin they've got Easter eggs. Alahan's shop. There's the cabin. As I say, if we look in the window, they've got Easter eggs and Easter cards. They're advertising the very famous Weatherfield Gazette, which they sell there. I think Rita still works in there, but Rita doesn't own it. It's owned by Brian now. I think Brian bought it off Norris. If I'm right, let me know in the comments. They've got the 2 sweet machines outside. There's the Easter window, all the Easter promotion they're promoting. Teddy bears, chocolates, Easter eggs, bags. I wonder how much you have to put in the sweet machine to get some sweets. There doesn't look many left. The notice board for things for sale, their opening hours, Alahan's shop again. He's got his flowers outside ready for sale. The post box on the corner, that's very famous, and a good look along the street. To the end of the street again now by Audrey's. Now by Audrey's you can have your photograph taken, and your photograph taken at the Rovers, and then when you leave the tour it's a professional photograph you can buy and pay for there. The scaffolding, as I've mentioned before, because Steve's got a problem with his roof and he keeps falling out with the builders. He won't pay for have it done, so the scaffolding's up and everybody, all the other neighbours are moaning. All the houses again, Aggie's house, Ken Barlow's black front door, Aggie's front door. We're walking down the street now. I can see in the distance there the bistro. We buy Tyrone's, Eileen's, Kevin's, and finally the corner shop. It looks closed today, so I don't think I'll be able to go in. I don't know where Dev is. The bistro doesn't look open either. Just having a look in the letterbox at Dev's. Can't really get a good view, but at least you can see there's pop, there's milk, and different things in there. That's through the letterbox at Kevin's. So he's got a table, looks like his telephone's there. He's got laminate floor. Eileen's. She's got like a table again in the hallway. So this is Tyrone and Fezzi's. There's sort of a coat hanging up there, and there's some sort of a bag in there. Again, they've got a table and you can see through into the kitchen. We're back out on the street. We're looking at the Cabin, Webster's and Underworld. Bistro. Leanne and Nick's Bistro. Daryl's taking a photograph of it. There's been some action in there this week where there's been a hold up and got a gunshot fired. So that's been quite popular this week. So this house is currently unoccupied, but you have had people like Tina McIntyre living there, and Ryan's also lived there. There's the menu for the bistro. I wonder how often they change that. Allahan's shop again, and then to the right of it, that's the flat where the girls live, Summer and Amy. Daniel used to live there, but he's moved out now and gone live at Ken's with Daisy. We're looking across at David Platt's again there and the Cabin. Amazing place to be. You see it on the TV all the time and you can't believe it, you're actually there. So we're looking up the street now from the bistro. So here now, what we'll do here, we'll walk up and round the corner and we'll see the ginnel from the other end. So when they're filming here, you never see these modern buildings. They must keep the cameras low. So we're walking around the back of their houses now to the ginnel. Again, unfortunately, with it being an active film set, it's completely closed off, so I can't get any further than this gate. Shame really, because if I could have gone down the ginnel and had a look in the yards. So I don't know what all that water's doing there, but there's a ladder there, so I don't know whether they've been cleaning windows at the back or whether they've been fixing something. I wonder whose bin that is. Like I say, it's a shame I can't get down any farther and actually look in the gates and into the backyards. Hopefully next time when I come they will let you down there if it's not an active film set. So we're back on the front of Coronation Street and we're just having a little wander down. We're looking at Gail's house again, Sally's house and Alia's house. We're now coming round and looking at Underworld, the Webster's garage. Daryl's going to have a look what's in there. I think we'll go and have a look as well. Again, like I said to you before, we've got the famous seats. You see Kevin and Tyrone sitting on there quite a lot, always having a brew or eating a bacon butty. He's got his car batteries for sale. Another look in the garage. They've got a TV on the wall. I'd imagine that's for the MOT computer. Vice, radio there for play some music, hand cleaner. timing belts, fan belts, tyres, notice boards, loads more fan belts, spanners, wrenches, sockets, bins, tyres on shelves, alloy wheels, bumpers. The office, they've got containers above the office. I don't really know what they'd keep in there. Film studio light, tools, spanners. Now here are the back gardens, and the conservatory you can see there is Sally's, the one she keeps boasting about. I think this back garden's Alia's. Let me know in comments if I'm wrong. So I'm looking here with my camera over the fence. I can't really see it, I'm just holding the camera up in the air. As I say, the garden we're directly looking at, I'm sure, is Alia's garden. Webster's Auto Centre again. Darryl sitting on the famous chairs. Another look at Coronation Street, David Platt's. And again, like I say to you, how I'm filming, you can see the big building behind. If you watch Coronation Street, you never see anything like that. They always do close-up scenes, so you don't see much skyline. The cladding, Jack and Vera had that done years ago. Makes the house stand out on Coronation Street. Nobody's ever done anything with it or painted it or whatever, they've just left it as Jack and Vera did. David Platt's front garden. He's got his hanging basket up there. Again, there's flowers in there because, as I say, they are 6 weeks in advance on filming, so they're trying to put a spring feeling even though it's only February. What I have noticed, the doors and the windows and the fences, they are quite knocked about and battered. I think that's to give it an older look. So we're walking down the street now, we're going to pass Sally's front door. And we're heading down to the bottom of Coronation Street by the Rovers. Coronation Street, when you walk down, it is quite a short street. I think on the programme it does look a lot longer, so it's very deceiving. I wonder how long that scaffolding will actually be up for. A lady there trying the Rover's door. Obviously she was thirsty, she wanted a drink. Somebody having a professional photograph taken. As I said to you before, they do that and you buy them at the front desk. Look at this guy in his shorts and t-shirts and his flip-flops. He must be absolutely freezing. It's not a warm day today. Audrey's, just past the famous bench, the telephone box. Audrey's door, again she looks closed. Health Centre. Preston's Petals. You can see in the phone box there. And you see the famous bus stop where everybody waits for the bus. Two of the tour guides there talking to one another. Chip shop, health centre. Look at the rusty street lamp. Again, I think it's like that, just make it look old. Graffiti over the Ginnell Tunnel. We're looking down Coronation Street again towards the bistro and dev shop. There's the professional photographers taking your picture outside the Rovers. Audrey's again. I wonder how long Audrey's owned that place for and how long she's cut hair for there. Can anybody tell me in the comments? Everybody did go. It's fantastic. And as I say, they've got the new restaurant now as you go in, a new waiting area and the new shop. We're outside Alia's again. Alia lives there with her mum and Stuart. Sally's. She's probably got one of the poshest front doors in the street. Not a mark on it. Sally's garden. Wants a bit of tidying up. A bit scruffy. So we'll head back down now. We're just passing David's garden on the right again. There's spring flowers out. Back past the cabin. The bistro in front of us. We can see Deb's on the left. Kevin's. Eileen's. Tyrone's. Gemma's. And as I said to you before, the street is shorter than you think. It's not far from the top to the bottom. Back looking at Underworld, Webster's, Cabin. See the bistro again. Deb's, Alahan's corner shop. Like I say, he's got his flowers out. There's that bloke again walking in his t-shirt, shorts and flip-flops. I can't believe he's doing that. It's February, early February, and it's freezing cold. Daryl having a nose through Alia's letterbox. The Underworld van. Now that's weird because on the programme it's a Transit. That was a Vauxhall Vivaro.